Hey everybody, welcome back here to A Place to Heal. I know it's been a while and I always know when I've taken too long because I start getting the emails saying, when are you going to do the next video? Or it's been a while. So I know this time it was because I received a few emails. Sorry about that. So my name is Marie and today I wanted to do a follow-up to a video that I did a while back. I did this video on swishing and rinsing with wheatgrass because a lot of people use coconut oil or they use those like scope, which is just, it's the worst thing you could put in your mouth. I mean, that stuff is full of sugars and chemicals and everything else. And they rinse with this and all they're doing is leaving all this sugar in their teeth and their gums. So it's not a good idea. So I did the video on rinsing with wheatgrass instead of, with regular store-bought rinses, and it kind of like went viral and people went crazy and it was like, oh my god, my teeth are getting better and my gums are getting better and everything else because of the chlorophyll. And so today I kind of wanted to do a follow-up on that. And today's video is on whitening your teeth, but not just that. I'm going to tell you more about it later. But the best thing to whiten your teeth with is turmeric or turmeric, however you want to pronounce it. And I know, anyone who has ever used this stuff is going to go, are you nuts? Because this stuff will stain everything. And I do mean everything that it comes into contact with. So how it can actually whiten teeth, I have no idea. I wouldn't have believed it unless I tried it myself, and I was just blown away. So one thing that I would suggest to you is if you're going to try this, do yourself a favor and wear a t-shirt that you just don't give a hoot about, because it could stain your clothes. And if you have a porous surface like a sink or something like that, porous, the thing around the sink, the vanity, anything, just be very careful because it will stain all of that. So normally what I do, and it will even stain stainless steel. So what I do is I use a glass bowl and then I just do it above the glass bowl. You also want to use a glass bowl to put your powder in because it doesn't stain. It's a lot easier to get the stains off glass than it is anything else. So I would also highly suggest going down to your local dollar store and picking up a toothbrush strictly for this method, because it will, trust me, it will stain your toothbrush like crazy. So you want to just pick up a cheap toothbrush to do this. Now you could do this twice a week, up to twice a week, 3 times if you like, but this is awesome for whitening your teeth. Not 20%, not 40%, not 50%, but 100%. I strongly even suggest taking pictures before and after, because you're really not going to believe the difference that you're going to see when you do this method. Okay, so what you want to do is you just want to take a little bit of your powder, the turmeric, and you want to put it in your glass bowl, and you want to run your toothbrush underwater, and then you just dip it and you would brush your teeth as normal. The powder's pretty strong, and so what I normally do is I like to melt a little bit of coconut oil. Yeah, I'm going to try to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm going to dip my toothbrush in coconut oil, and then I'm going to, in melted coconut oil, and then I'm going to dip it in my powder, and then I do the insides and I do the outsides. Now, you don't want to rinse. You want to try to let it sit on your teeth between 3, if you can do 5 minutes, awesome, but the minimum of 3 minutes. And then when you're all done, you want to rinse out really well, and then you want to go ahead and you want to brush with your regular toothbrush and your regular toothpaste. Hopefully one that does not contain fluoride, because fluoride is toxic for you. And then you have these beautiful pearly whites that look awesome, and your mouth is all nice and clean. But that is not the only reason that I'm telling you this, because it's not just about teeth whitening. It's amazing. When I started doing the research on this, it's just actually like amazing what it can do for your mouth. It blocks enzymes that promote the growth of head and neck cancers. So it's awesome if you have mouth sores or canker sores or mouth cancer, or you simply have, let's say, brain tumors that run in your family, or any kind of cancer that runs in the head area or the neck area. Awesome. Next, it's an anti-inflammatory. So if you have any inflammation going on in your mouth, any swelling, this is going to bring it down. It's also a pain reliever. So for those of you that have problems with your gums, it's also going to relieve any pain that you got going in your gums. It helps with gingivitis and receding gums and bleeding gums. So it actually gets in there and it helps to heal that because it kills the bacteria within the gums. So if you're someone who drinks alcohol, which has a tendency to sit inside the gum area, it can work its way in there. Or if you've ever done chewing tobacco, or if you're a smoker, this is awesome because I'm hoping that you don't do any of the above. That's just my wishful thinking. So this is great for the removal of all that bacteria. And it actually gets in there underneath the gums and it will begin to heal all of that for you. It's also great to remove radiation. So if you've just recently been to the dentist and you've had x-rays done or any other kind of chemo or any radiation or anything like that, or any kind of x-rays, whatever, great. Grab your powder, grab your toothbrush and get in there. Next, it's also great, and I can vouch for this, for loose teeth. Wish I would have found this months and months, years earlier. I would have paid for this information, let me tell you. So it's great for loose teeth or bad gums. And it will actually, if you have like those dark gums going on, it will actually lighten them and making them healthier. And of course, the best is it whitens them. It makes them so beautiful and white. Who would have thought that? I mean, something that stains everything that it comes into contact with could make teeth so beautiful. So I know it took a while, but hey, it was definitely worth waiting for the information. And like I said, if you can do this up to 3 times a week, and if you really want to get some health benefits, also rinse with wheatgrass powder, because the wheatgrass powder is also gonna help those gums and those teeth to heal a whole lot faster. And I know there's a whole bunch of teeth issues going on out there because every time I do one of these teeth videos, they just shoot through the roof. So I know there's a lot of people. Now, one thing that I do want to end this video with is a bit of information is that don't believe for 1 second what they tell you, that if you brush twice a day and you floss twice a day, that's going to save your teeth. What's going to save your teeth is staying away from processed foods. Processed foods is actually what damages your teeth. They have tons of aborigines that they've gone out into the bush and they've taken these tribes, and these tribes have never brushed their teeth, they have never flossed, and they don't have a single cavity in their mouth. And the reason that they don't have a single cavity in their mouth is because they eat greens and they eat fruits and they stay away from processed foods. And they do experiments, which I think is just horrible. And they go in there and they offer them processed and boxed foods. And the next thing you know, they come back a year later and everyone pretty much has at least 1 cavity in their mouth. So I highly advise, if you want to keep your teeth healthy, if you want to save your teeth as much as you can, stay away from the processed foods and the processed sugars like sodas and stuff like that. So please stick around for my next video. My regular followers, you're going to love it. I am going to bring you a video of my friend, as I promised, Homer. And it's going to be a very private conversation that I had with him. And I think you guys will be able to see a little bit more into depth of who I am, and you'll be able to see the kind of work that he does, because and you know, he's basically one of my absolute best friends. We talk almost on a daily basis. I love him dearly because he has literally helped me through so much in my life. I mean, so much. And that's what he does. And I would love to share him with you. I think it's time that he comes forward and shares his gifts with the world, because he really is truly gifted. I think each one of us are given certain gifts. You know, I'm constantly being told by people that I'm so humble, and I don't see it that way. I see it as I'm a vessel that is being used for this information to go through. And Homer is also a beautiful vessel that information is flowing through him. And he is just so psychic, and he's so in tune with energies, and, you know, able to give healing and help. And I have a lot of problems with clients who, the hard part is not the detoxification process. It's when all those feelings start to come up and they don't know what to do with these feelings, and they're going kind of crazy, and they don't know what to do with these emotions. And that's where Homer would come in, because Homer is excellent at picking those emotions out and you know, and dealing with that. And we help each other constantly. I help him, he helps me. We're the first ones we call. We're the first line of defense. So, you know, because even healers need healers. So please stay tuned for that. And you'll be able to hear this very intimate late night conversation between two healing empaths. And later on, I will actually be introducing him and giving out his website and how you can get a hold of him if you want consultations with him, and if you need any kind of that aspect of healing. And later on, I will also be bringing some other friends that have recently come into my life who are full of information. Because one thing that I really disliked when I first came on YouTube was that when I hit the natural path community, the healing holistic community, it seemed like everybody stayed in a little pack, and everybody would just simply keep interviewing and meeting with the same people. And it was like people that already had channels, and you already knew them, and they were big and they were famous. And these guys are simply just ordinary folks, you know, that have these wonderful, wonderful gifts that they have not brought to the world yet. And I would love for my channel to be that wonderful vessel to introduce you to all these beautiful souls that are given all these wonderful gifts, these angels that are here to help everyone heal. So with that being said, if you are one of those souls, if you have some beautiful gifts and you're not out there yet, and you want to get out there, contact me and we'll see what we can do, because I would love to pick your brain too. So till next time, please stay happy, stay healthy, get some turmeric, get a toothbrush, get a bowl, brush your teeth, leave it on for 5 minutes, and then smile, because you're going to be so happy that you tried this. Trust me. All right. Love you guys. Till next time, love and respect one another. Bye.